Dr. Lindor-Latortue. I'm a professional business consultant and a radio host. Our services range from advertising, marketing, hosting, and event planning. Call me right now, 786-521-7321. Nous vous offrons des services en français, en anglais, en espagnol et en créole. Relez-moi le 786-521-7321. Votre mariage, des activités sociales, débats, commentaires, ça c'est nous. 786-521-7321.
Hello, everyone. I am happy to connect with you for audio. Okay, if I can wave, check on everyone. Okay, this is Gade audio version. And how are you? How are you doing from the first introduction that I believe that by now that you went over and has been listening, but encouraging you to purchase as well, because the audio version, I'm doing it on demand because you asked for it. And I'm doing it in a very creative way where I connect with you through social media. Then if you are connecting with me on YouTube, I believe that by now you will subscribe. I was told by my crew that when you click on the bell, that you will receive a notification of everything that I publish. And your comments are valuable because remember, Gade is an applied behavior. And as I am reading to you and you reading with me, you are transforming or you are questioning and critiquing. There's no problem about that. Are we ready? Okay, we're going with the follow-up of the introduction that we did not cover in introduction part 1. And it is on woman page XEE, which is 12, woman number 12. We're going to reflect on 8 I's, 8 words that start with letter I, because I often make us selfish. And in the process of Gade, yes, we are working with self, but we have to transform by the end that you finish reading the book and being and becoming tolerant to the we, to the people that we like, dislike, and aiming to have or encounter in our life. Then let's go with the 8, okay, the 8 theory of the word image that can sharpen your thoughts and brighten your eyes. The first I, imagine, okay? We are at the beginning of the book. What are you imagining? When you're by yourself, what is your vision? When you close your eyes, what do you see? Okay, are you still seeing your past? Are you breathing your present? Are you imagining your present? Are you satisfied with the present? Are you still closing your eyes and aiming to the future, but aiming with worries? Okay, then imagine where you are today, okay, your present. Then where do you want to be and how do you want to be remembered? Okay, don't let people create your heart, the heart that you wear or the image. How do you want to be remembered? Okay, myself, I always say that I want to be remembered as a lady. I want to be remembered as simple. I want to be remembered as fun. I want to be remembered as vulnerable. I want to be remembered as incomplete, the second word that starts with an I. And as someone that is incomplete, every day we wake up and health-wise, we are supposed to have a glass of water or 3 cups of water that helps eliminate any acid that we have in our body, but also welcome all our blessings for us to really add into others' life. I think in the prior introduction, I insisted in how cautious, because watch out, we need to be in subtracting, taking away from people. Then first, you're gonna imagine, you're gonna be honest with yourself that you are incomplete, that you are imperfect. Nobody's perfect, okay? Then from there, you sit, and you self-questioning. That's what Gade is. And write down names of people who inspired you, okay? It can be your grandma, your mother. That's from personal to professional to public, those PPP, and find whoever inspired you. Globally also, any global image that really fits what you are imagining to be. Okay, then 3 words. We as human beings, we have to imagine. That means we have to have a vision. We have to admit that we are incomplete or imperfect. We have to be conscious of the people who help us be where we are. Then from those 3 aspects, those 3 words or behaviors or practices with those 3 I's, then we're gonna start innovating, okay? Once you innovate, you create something that is yours, okay? Gade is not something that I copied from anyone. It was, and it's still in the work as I'm sharing it with you. And I believe that you can as well be inspired to innovate your philosophy, the things that make you who you are today. Then do it intelligently, okay? Then I have not moved to Creole yet, but I have to do that to be culturally sensitive because I want to keep the authenticity of the audio. Then jeudi, on a parlé de 8 lettres qui commençaient par lettre I. Ok, pas I en anglais, non, I. I gen point. Premièrement, c'est pour nous toujours imaginer dans la vie, non? L'on imaginer, c'est rêver ou rêver. C'est-à-dire que soit regarder tête ou faut qu'on rêve, il faut qu'on toujours poser tête ou question, pas ça? Faut qu'on admette qu'on sont monde qui est imparfait ou pas complet, ou pas plus bon par ces personnes. Et de là étant, faut qu'on pose pour réfléchir sur monde qui inspire, monde qui permet tout soyez et sortir meilleur. Ça veut dire faut nous toujours imaginer, faut que nous toujours admettre que nous imparfaits, faut que nous cherchions qui ça qui inspire nous. De là, on a fait innovation, on a créé. Et là, on est capable de faire 4 bagages ça yo. 5e, nous vient faire de vous un monde qui intelligent. Pas dire un monde qui connaît ça non, s'il vous plaît. Moi dit un monde qui intelligent. En pile fois, en pile communauté qui a un problème, parce que tout le monde a gourmé à mot intelligence. Nous sommes dans la couverture livre, l'homme dit nos premiers bagages dans la vie pour nous essayer de faire, c'est pour nous connaître de nous. Then, yes, in English, we did stop at the 5th I, which is intelligent. Intelligence is the behavior that helps us work on our wisdom. Intelligence is not about how much you know intellectually. It's how much you are willing to admit that you don't know and listen from others to really discover, to really apprehend, to really learn, okay? Every day is a day of learning because remember I told you in the 2nd eye, we are born we are waking up incomplete. Then at the end of the day, there should be something you watch, something you are seeing, something you are creating, innovation, that's gonna help you go to the 6I and word, which is influence. Influence is powerful. You can decide to not read any of the chapters in the book, but with those 8 eyes that I'm giving you, apply the Gade behavior through those 8 eyes and noun and behaviors. Because someone who is able to influence is powerful. You can influence with your words. You can influence with your writing. That means you can influence with what you receive. Remember the theory of the blind from your brain. You don't have to have an open eyes. You don't have to be to have the physical vision to be an influencer. An influencer is who uses any of his capacities to really express what he, she comprehend from the brain and or from the heart, his or her heart, and make impactful decision. Now, 7, institutionalize. You cannot work by yourself. You are not on this earth to be as I shared with you before, the me, myself, and I. You need to associate carefully. You need also to dissociate. Everything that time is so precious that in order for you to influence, you cannot be surrounded by institutions that are not credible. What defines credibility? It's also your behavior, your reputation, and your relationship with others. Then lastly, once you use your imagination, admit that you are incomplete, that you know who inspired you in life, that you can innovate, that you are intelligent, you are influencing, that you are part of an institution. That means you know how to institutionalize. That makes you an impactful human being. Frères, sœurs, haïtiens, yo, kap tande, kap suivre en créole, kap li livre tout, acheter livre la Amazon, Gade tout tire, watch out. Et pour wap même j'avais wap li, wap comprendre, wap prendre note, wap souligner, et pour wap wè que ka vive à 6 mots qui gen il là-dedans yo. Et pour ou pas cousin, commandant pas bon père. Ça veut dire que là, son femme ou garçon haïtien qui est intelligent, ou pas j'ai calé, non? Haïtien frère soeur, nous gon mode nous préférer j'ai calé, ça veut dire que nous ka fait le tout, même si n'a marché sous monde, même si n'a marché prend, même si n'a pas menti, même à n'importe quelle condition, nous ka fait tout. Et pas ça me dit non, moi dit nous que faut que nous intelligents. Ça veut dire que faut que nous qu'on poser parfois pour nous tendre dans mes grandettes, faut que nous qu'on poser questions, faut que nous qu'on garder, faut que nous qu'on faire back que des bagages l'ont fin ou regrette ou te et puis pour analyser pour demander tête est-ce que ou ouais sorte garder est-ce ou elle bien et puis laisse ça on va faire une influence pas sous fait magouille, influence pas sous parce que ou élu ou penser ou a pas cause commande pas bon pour c'est ou même qui gagne plus pouvoir c'est pas l'antiplié. Pouvoir, c'est pas l'anti, ni PhD, ni MD, ni credential, yo et pas ça bon pouvoir. C'est honnêteté, c'est ça fait que moi te fais une vidéo spéciale sur importance honnêteté avec une série de titres que moun a bay tête yo. OK, n'a prêté encore. Institution, ça veut dire que à qui groupe ou associé qui fait que ou capable faire une différence. Différence, c'est lui-même qui impacte. Alors, frère Samio, nous, l'on parlé de Gade Tetou, c'est santé qui avant. Santé, on dit nous. OK? Et puis, après ça, nous avons réfléchi à l'école. Sous bien santé, sous qu'à marcher, sous qu'à respirer, sous ka ouais, OK, sous gen manger nutrition qui mène à santé Ok, ou ka apprendre des toilettes l'école et même plus. Et puis après ça, vous capable de faire décision, discipline, si vous avez fait l'argent, et puis l'on prend ni santé, hein, ni éducation, hein, ni finance, l'on marie l'ensemble avec relation avec monde. Ça son rôle au gars des têtes. Then in English, now I completed the part of introduction. And I want you to really buy the book on Amazon. Gade Tattoo. Here it is. Okay. And it's also watch out. And you will see that those 8 eyes that I share with you are powerful gifts. Then it is important for you to really take your minute self-care. Gade Tattoo is about self-care. For 14 years, I am telling you how to self-care. Many people, their life have changed without even reading the book, but just repeating the word. But now, for you to really be complete, you need to read the book. You need to imagine, admit that you are incomplete, know who inspired you in life, use your 3 eyes, imagine, incomplete, and inspire, to innovate. You don't need to copycat everything that others do. You need to emulate behaviors that help you be a better you, okay? And we all have weaknesses that we need to look into to better ourselves, okay? We need to be intelligent. We don't need to be knowledgeable, no? Knowledgeable only. Knowledgeable is okay, but someone that is intelligent is someone that is cautious. That's why I use the subtitle of watch out. Then you use your influence. That means it's not only being elected and being on a seat, but it's to really shake up a system, create an impact, small as it could be, or medium that it could be, large that is could be, or I can say big, for you to really be known as someone who created an impact. Impactful leaders are not popular, and they are those type of leaders that we will discover when we reach the chapter of leadership. Now, with an in-depth introduction like that, comment, let me know if you really capture those 8 eyes. If I was to give you a test, I would tell you which one is the number 3, to see that number 3 is innovation. Which one is number 8? It's impact. 7, if you're not part of the group, and if you think you are me, myself, and I, you cannot create an impact, because you need to be part, you are not on this earth to be on a desert. You are here on this earth to really add and not subtract. Chapter 1, I tell you a little bit about my infancy, and I want you to pause also to really look at your infancy. Not everybody infancy is nice, okay? And some people may choose the private approach to not even talk about their infancy. If you were traumatized, if you were not from a traditional family of a mother, a father, or you the child. If also you don't even know who's your mother or who's your father, feel no shame, because you have to heal from that stage of your life in order to move forward. Because the human being that you become is a reflection of the infancy that you had. Premier chapitre, chapitre 1, li parle de enfance mwen. Il parlait de côté me sorti, qui moun ki frère, qui est si sœur, qui est si maman, qui est si papa, mais l'aime fin ba nou ti détail ça nous connecter avec nous même n'a prend ti tantôt pour nous garder enfance pa nous. Est-ce que ou son moun qui de gon enfance traditionnelle? Est-ce qu'on connaît qui est si papa ou qui relation te gen papa? Est-ce que t'es proche? Parce que ça qui belle dans chapitre 1 dans livre là, c'est que enfance là connecté à ça en pile haïtien t'as besoin, à ça en pile nation t'as besoin pour yo connaître identité yo. Pas seulement si Haïti non, aussi un Lindor, aussi un Pierre, aussi un Jacques non, Signature son aspect dans l'identité moun. Mais il y a un plus gros problème qui te fait que moins rester sous chapitre 1, sous enfance, c'est parce qu'on pile nous même plein complexe. Si nous faisons une révolution mentale de nous-mêmes comme peuple haïtien, sous enfance, nous, c'est ça fait grand pile de monde qui a souffert en Haïti. Parce que ça vient faire que nous égoïstes, ça vient faire parce que nous avons tel privilège, nous pas jamais garder derrière. Nous pas jamais râler une montée. Eh bien, enfance là, l'imandé in page 3, I'm reading the emphasis, part of chapter 1. Childhood requires strong foundation as it prepares the baby who later in life becomes the citizen of the world. Okay? The good citizen builds his or her identity since his childhood. Okay? Ça pas gen menti là ça. Okay? There's no way that we can be in denial. And the identity is essential. You cannot give what you do not have. You cannot hold that book and also talk and repeat Gade tattoo without having that confidence, that inner wisdom to know who you are, where you come from, where are you today, and being able to answer, whether verbally or alone or in writing, to these questions. First, I'm telling you, it's more than your last name. Second, I'm telling you, like the cultures that we embrace that make us authentic. That's why I am also in a mission to help the world. There was a world shock of someone who was choked by the name of George Floyd. And since they were talking about civic engagement, that it's because that's how the police officer killed him and things like that. No, that's not only that. It's also the time for us, wherever we are on earth, to really ask ourselves, why are we dividing people so much? White, black, okay, we are different. Being different does not mean that we should be divided. Being different should be that we complement each other. Being different should be a call for respect. C'est ça fait que chapitre 1, li chita sous enfance nous. Parce que si nous paix, nous avons complexe, nous ne pouvons pas parler de côté nous sorti, nous pas accepter côté nous sorti. Les nous river, si bon Dieu ba nous pouvoir, ou du moins nous avons diplôme, nous fin gen vertige, l'horloge nous virer, et nous pas qu'à faire bien pour personne. Et l'autre garder aux États-Unis, ouais, ça son gros problème. Les gens n'ont pas admettre origine, là, pas admettre identité. La riche indigène blanche, indigène, gen les récits joignent une reconnaissance pour honorer le 5 décembre plutôt au lieu c'est Christophe Colomb parce que yo te sous avant. Ça sont l'école civique m'a fait avec nous là sous importance enfance nous, connexion nous, culture nous, que les nous le pays étranger que nous sommes femmes noires, même si pour nous clair que nous capables de dire que nous sommes peuple de culture au lieu que nous dit people of color. I'm in a mission for me to inspire the world to stop that rhetoric of people of color, because the conversation of skin tone had hurt us for too long. However, because we had also the census, and sadly we realized that Hispanic refer themselves to white even though they are black, some of them. It's time for us to value them as their culture. And Asian, the same thing. They chased Asian because of COVID last year. They were persecuted. Jews are still persecuted, but we need to pause in the world and start thinking that white or Anglo are superior to black, and black always fighting for them to be black when it's visible that our skin tone is different than other skin tones. Then when we start being humankind, or culturally sensitive. I am asking for us to change people of color to people of culture. Mais ça, nous-mêmes, tout en Haïti, nous pas besoin de goumer à moun en haut, à moun en bas, moun qui blanc, moun qui syrien, et ça, c'est fondé blanc sorti, ça, puis nous passé ça, ça, puis clair, ça, petit couleur poupou. Nous, tout, si nous t'a gardé, importance enfance avec nationalité, nous pas dans tout gourmet ça que en 2021 218 après indépendance nous que nous toujours pas gagné haïtien pas gagné double nationalité. Ce qui implique que ouais livre là c'est pas un livre qui chita sous politique seulement non, il y a un chapitre politique oui, mais depuis chapitre 1 oui que m'a invité moun prend conscience. Et bien quitter nous c'était chita tande nous avec auteur nous, sœur nous, up close and personal with the author, your sister, your friend who is telling you that life is beautiful once you imagine, admit you incomplete, innovate, become intelligent in order to influence, be part of an institution and create impact. But being culturally sensitive, do not carry baggages, admit of your empathy. And from there, we will see each other again for chapter 2, for one-on-one with your author, Dr. Marie-Flore Lindor-Latortue, author of Gade. À la prochaine. Until we meet again, continue to get it. Write comments. Let's do it together. Take care.
I'm Dr. Flore Lindor-Latortue. I'm a professional business consultant and a radio host. Our services range from advertising, marketing, hosting, and event planning. Call me right now, 786-521-7321. Nous vous offrons des services en français, en anglais, en espagnol et en créole. Relez-moi en 786-521-7321. Votre mariage, des activités sociales, débats, commentaires, ça c'est nous. 786-521-7321.